extra chatty yesterday. Now you're quiet.
Maybe I am tired. After all, it's been 3 centuries.
Here we go again. Are you some obsessed witch?
Tell me, why am I back here?
All my life, I have never had a dream. Not one. And then I have a conversation with you, and I have the most vivid dream ever. So I ask you one more time. Who the hell are you?
I am who I have always been. Every lifetime. But I can't say the same for you. Because you are not the Jalini I know. So I should be the one asking, who the hell are you?
You're either brazen or insane.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl talk with Presh, and today guys I bring you another news story. Now the name of this movie is called In Every Lifetime, and this movie is starring Etim Effiong, Okawa Shaznay, Florence Sunday, Tori Thompson, Nwosu, Francisca Mobolaji, alongside other amazing actors, actresses, and the entire cast and crew. Now, before I get to this movie, I'd like to say if you don't listen carefully, you will not understand what is going on in this movie. Trust me, you would not understand. I had to calm down to watch this movie to actually understand the storyline and everything that was happening. Now let's get into the movie. Now the movie started in a kingdom known as Adara Kingdom. Now they showed us a scene whereby new maids were being chosen to come into the royal palace to give a helping hand in the royal palace. And these royal maids, they were also excited because according to some of them, that is the place to be. Most of them had applied 3 times, 4 times, like as if they are applying for Big Brother Niger. They had applied severally to work in the kingdom. Then there was one weird person in the midst of all of them. Her name was Nila. And Nila, when the other maids were asking her, oh, how long have you been applying? Nila was like, oh, this is the first time she has ever applied. And yeah, she got the job. So they were like, you must indeed be very special to be able to get the job just applying the first time. Now, he came to them giving them their taxes of what they were meant to do. Some people were told they would be part of the cleaning. Some people were to attend to the prince. Some people were to attend to the king. To the queen, and some people just random palace mates and everything. Now, while they were giving the positions, and the positions were being given by somebody called Madam Alice, who I thought first of all she was a very ridiculous woman with her blue hair. Then Madam Alice decides to give Nayla the position of being in the kitchen, and Nayla goes, "Oh no, can she be switched to attending to the prince?" And Madam Alice was not having it because she was like, anywhere I put you, that is where you're going to stay, and you are not allowed to switch your positions. Some of you may have come with the mentality of, yeah, you want to woo the prince and all that, just kill it dead and all that. So Naila was sad. We could see that she was clearly sad that she didn't have her way. So Naila and the other maids, they go about their different jobs and everything. Now, in the midst of the palace maids, there are 2 palace maids that I thought they were weird, and that is Nayla and another palace maid known as Saraya. Now, I will come to Saraya first. Why I think Saraya was weird was because it looked to me like Saraya had a role to play in Nayla's story, but an evil role to play in Nayla's story, but for some weird reason, she was just quiet and always watching Nayla. Yes. Now back to Nayla's story. Now Nayla would always talk as if she's an old woman. She would talk to the other maids and tell them, Don't worry yourself, my child. She was always talking like a grandmother. Yeah, and one of the maids made her know that, wait, why are you always talking as if you're a grandmother? You're always like referring to me like as your child and all that. Now it turns out that Naila, yes, had actually lived many lives. We're talking of over 300. She had been in existence for almost 300 years. And this is how the story starts. Naila, in the first instance where she was alive, had a lover known as Jalini. Now, they loved each other so much, but they could not be together because obviously their parents refused them from being together, and they attempted to run away together and they met their demise. They died together. Okay, so when they died together, they reincarnated and came back again. Now they came back again in 1860 something. Naila was a lecturer then, and Jalini obviously was he was a prince too. He was born in the royal family and all that. And they attempted to be together again, but it didn't work out, and they died again. They came back again, and the same thing happened. And at that point, Jalini was like, he wanted to find out why they would always reincarnate back after dying. But the third time they reincarnated again, they died apart. Yes, because Jalini was attempting to find out what was the reason why they were always coming back, and they would spend maybe like few days, a few months, or maybe a year together, and they would always die. They would never spend like so long together before they die. Now, according to Nila, Jalini was close to finding out what the issue was when he died the last time. Now, coming on to this century, Nila again, she was already doing well for herself. She was a banker, and on her 30th birthday, the memories of her past life came back again, and she went in search for Jalini. But when she finds Jalini this time, she realizes that Jalini doesn't have his memories this time. Jalini is known as Prince Natal now. Now, Prince Natal, of course, is a young man, a very promising, very humble young prince, and all that. And his dad had died, and he was next in line for the throne. Yes, he was having some issues with the Council of Elders because they were like, he was young, he was not married, and they should give the throne to somebody else. He had spent like a large extent of his life abroad. So they should give the throne to somebody else, that he wasn't really fit for it. And his mom, who is Queen Esore, was trying her possible best to make sure that her son, Prince Nathaniel, gets the throne. Now, while doing that, he was hooked up to like get married to somebody else and all that. That was before Naila shows up. And then Naila attempts to talk to him, thinking he will get back his memories, but it was proving difficult until there was a period where he kissed Naila, and his memories started like flooding back and everything. That was when a revelation came about, and we found out that the reason why he could not remember Naila in this particular lifetime was because Queen Esori, who could not have a child in the past, was told by there's somebody they called Mommy Cook, was told by her that for her to get a child, it had to be like somebody who had lived a past life before. But that if she gets the child and the child comes across maybe his parents, his lover, or his child, they will remember their lost memory, and they might live or they might die or something like that. Then Queen Isoro was like, okay, no problem. Then, in an attempt to make him not to remember anything from his past life, they were constantly giving the prince like a certain tea that was like blocking his memory. So when he found out that yes, the queen was responsible for why he could not remember Naila, he got angry, and of course he rebuked his mom and the cook. Now the next thing that we saw was the Prince Nathaniel and Naila got married, and they were like talking about their lifetime, that they would always be together in every lifetime. Then comes a scene where we are being showed Saraya. looking at both of them with the most evil eyes that you can ever see. So I feel like this movie is going to have like a part two, and in the part two, we would actually know why these people keep on reincarnating. We would actually hear more about their love story, and we would hear about why Saraya feels a certain way about both of them. I feel like Saraya is the reason why these two people always end up dead. And in my own thoughts, I feel as if probably Saraya was in love with Prince Nathaniel in all his lifetimes, and because he didn't want her, she was the one that ends up always killing them in each lifetime. Yes, that's my thought on this particular movie. I can't wait. If you want to watch this movie, head over to Ego Nwosu TV. You would see the movie, watch it, and come and tell me what you think about this movie. And tell me what you think about Saraya too. I want to know your thoughts about Saraya. What do you guys actually think is Saraya's deal in this movie? At this point, I'm not even bothered about Prince Nathaniel and Nalia's story. I want to know what is up with Saraya. Okay, so guys, please, 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 let's be involved. Let me know what you